Well, I don't know about you guys, but that was like drinking from a fire hose. So it's a three-part video that talks about the three keys that you need to master if you want success. So the first one he was talking about was advanced mindset and being resilient. The second one was having bulletproof boundaries. And the third and final one was how to improve your confidence. So I'll go through these really quickly. I love the different um, models that he used. The first one was the opportunity and opposition, talking about the dreamer, the dabbler, the defender, and the doer. So he said, dreamer, they never take opportunity and they normally crumble under opposition. You know, they constantly talk about the thing and they never end up aid of what's going to be said about them, what's going to happen, what's going to, come up and possibly cause problems to their ego. So that's one of the things that he talked about with the dreamers. Then the next thing is dabblers. And guys, I know in our business, there's tons of dabblers. And it's almost one of those things that the difference between the person that's actually going out and doing the work because they want to and they need to versus the person that's just kind of dipping their foot in the water. So a dabbler will take the opportunity. They're excited to join. They love the idea of it. It's great. But then the moment that it gets hard, they quit. These are the dabblers. They are the ones that just kind of end up not going all in. They're just kind of not really the people that you want to commit all of your time to. Then the next one is the defenders. The defenders are people that take opportunity and they shut down any opposition. They know that they can handle the opposition. They've done it before. They've been successful. These are the people that, they have had success before, but he goes, this is where they get caught up because they will fight to hold their current position and their current place, but they're closed off and won't fight for more. He said, when new opportunity comes, they don't take that advantage. They don't take what they've learned and what they've mastered and apply it to the new thing. These are the people that always talk about the good old days. You hear about it all the time. Back in my day, back in my time, all of the people that are stuck in a different era that don't use the success that they had, the skills that they learned, and apply it to today. Those are the then doers. Love opportunity and are always looking for new things, and new comes with everything. These are the ones that are planning on it. These are the ones that know that once I step out, I know things are going to come against me. They know this and they do this because they know that on the other side of opposition is a new opportunity. The second is creating bulletproof boundaries. And he went through, and Anthony Truck has amazing information. He said, you have to start out with your foundation of knowing why you need to do what you need to do. Why does it need to get done? Why is it important to you? We talk about this all the time in our business. You need to know why you're doing this, especially when it comes to the opposition, because then it allows you to push through. And he said, after you have your foundation, the next thing you need to do is set parameters. Don't make them so rigid and so straightforward that you don't enjoy the journey. I think that happens with a lot of people. They think that they have to do all of these things and they get bogged down and they get overwhelmed that they just don't do anything. So make sure that your parameters have one thing in common. They allow you to enjoy it and have fun. Number 3, he said, you need to have awareness. Are you aware of what's going on around you and what's happening to you during the day? He said, you need to make sure that you have the ability to check in on yourself. He even suggested setting a timer to make sure that you are staying within the lane that you created for yourself, what those parameters are so that you can get the things done that you need to get done. He also talked about triggers. What are things that trigger you to no longer focus on what it is you're supposed to be doing. You know that they know that these things you off path, have a plan to get back on path. Because you know, like all of a sudden they require all of your attention. And next thing you know, you're off path for what you were trying to accomplish. But you have to have a plan to know how to get yourself back to your parameters in order to continue moving forward. And he says, you have to have willpower. He said, willpower is managing your ability to stay focused and disciplined. You know, he talked about, you know, having the friend that comes over and asks you to do something and you say no. And then they ask you, oh, come on, you want to go. We know you want to go. And you say yes after the second time. Well, that makes it easier for them because they know all they have to do is ask you to do something 2 times to get you to break down and go. He said, if you keep telling them no, normally after the 4th or 5th time, they decide, okay, he doesn't really want to go. She doesn't really want to go. And they stop. Then the next time you say no, it only takes them 2 times to get the hint that you're trying to do something and stay focused. He said, so as long as you keep your willpower strong, people get the picture and don't push back as hard, and you can stay focused on what it is you're supposed to do. Now, this is the one thing that I starred huge, and I don't know if anybody else caught it. It blew my mind. He said he always tells his kids no right up front. He said, be in the space of no. And the reason why is you can always change to a yes. That was mind-boggling. So when it comes to guarding your time, guarding your family, being in a space of no first allows you the ability to take a step back, see it is with your parameters, your awareness and your triggers and your willpower. And then if they are, because most people, when they try and bring new things to you and they try and bring up new situations to you, they normally want an instant answer. So if you need an instant answer, always start with the no, because you can always turn it to a yes after you've done more looking into it. Thought that was incredible. How to improve your confidence. Guys, this is huge. We've done, I think, 4 or 5 episodes on your own personal confidence. He said it starts out with a circle. And at the top of the circle, it's your identity anchor. These are the things you know about yourself to be true. You know, certain things are things that you know about yourself. Like you may not be a good speller, you know, you may not be a good public speaker. You may not be good at Zooms. You may not be good at podcasts. Who knows? These are things that you have an identity anchor about you. And these could be things that people spoke over you. Now, he said, when you have these things, you have the ability to let them affect you, or you have the ability to change them. So you have the possibility to teach an old dog new tricks. And after the identity anchors, he said it goes to beliefs. And the beliefs are what you believe for yourself and what you think is possible for yourself. So your identity anchors, if they were something spoken over you and you believe them, you have the ability to change them and change what you see as being possible for yourself. And from your belief, the next is you create thoughts from your beliefs. Your thoughts come from your beliefs and they allow you to dwell on the things that you believe. And then when you take thoughts and put them, now you form emotion. Emotions come from your thoughts. And he said the crazy thing about emotions is they just happen. And thing you can do is control your emotions on how you react and respond to theirs. After emotions comes actions, and actions are fueled by emotion. He said these normally happen based on emotions. So when you are taking action, you have choices. You can take different varying levels of actions. You can take small actions, you can take medium actions, you can take large actions. We talk all the time about taking huge, massive action in your business. Why? Because after actions come outcomes / results. And outcomes and results are based on your action. Do you want small outcomes? Put in small actions. You want small results? Do a little bit of action. You want big, massive success results like what he was talking about? When Anthony said, you want big outcomes, take big actions. He said, outcomes and results don't lie about the kind and amount of actions taken. So your outcomes and results are a direct reflection on the amount of work and actions you put into play, which that's just incredible. So if you are building your business and you're not getting the outcome or the results, you're going to have to do a deep dive into the actions to see if they're lining up with the results that you want. And if not, that's where you get that divide of frustration, that frustration between difference between and dreams and the outcomes that are taking place. And the easiest way to bridge that gap is your actions. All of these things create the environment in which you're able to be in. So you want a bigger world, you want a bigger environment, you want greater circles of influence, put in large amounts of positive action, and that will create a different environment around you. You have two different kinds of environments. You have an internal environment and an external environment. The internal environment is how you feel about yourself. This is your internal confidence. When you hold your word to yourself, when you say, I'm going to go out and do 6 posts, I'm going to have 5 new friends, I'm going to do 2 networking events, I'm going to talk to 20 people, and you do those things, your internal confidence meter raises, which raises your posture, which causes you to walk more confidently because you held your word to yourself. Now there's external environments. You can impact your external environment with your internal. So now that you're more confident, you're going to walk into a room more confident, and people are going to look at you and be like, wow, who's that confident person? And they're going to naturally be drawn to you. You also have the ability to have your external environment impact your internal. And sometimes that's positive and sometimes that's negative. That's why we always talk about your circle of influence. Who are the people that you are hanging around? What is your external environment that's around you impacting your internal environment? You can create more and better circles of based on people that your internal stand your whole for yourself. Through those other steps, it starts all over again at your anchors because you've created new and better anchors for your identity. Now that you're more confident, you're going to have more beliefs. Your thoughts are going to be different. Your emotions are going to be better. Your actions, you're going to be taking more and better actions, which leads to better, greater outcomes, which creates a new and larger and bigger and better environment, which again goes back to creating a new identity. Guys, I hope you enjoyed and learned a lot from these 3 steps to creating a successful life. Go back, listen to it again, take more notes. Can't wait for you to share this, share your comments, go out and make an awesome week. We'll see you here again soon.